Camera, you're chasing a story to a bike shop in Brooklyn, where at least according to the sign, refugees are welcome. What do you got?
Refugees are welcome here. Signs are popping up all over Brooklyn. Behind me, you can see one of the signs in the window of a bike shop in Fort Greene. On the sign is the image of a refugee cradling a young child. The organizers of this campaign may surprise you. It was started by Jewish Voices for Peace as a part of their campaign to end Islamophobia. Now, I went and met with Ari Wohlfeiler. He is the assistant director for the organization.
We've been working in New York and actually around the country to stand up as a Jewish community against the rising tide of Islamophobia in this country.
The refugee crisis in Europe has really turned attention to the American policies on refugees and border control. We've got GOP presidential candidates like Donald Trump who are calling to ban Muslims from entering the country altogether. And then we've got Ted Cruz who's saying that New York City needs to restart their surveillance against Muslim communities at mosques and schools.
I think it's easy to talk about the presidential election, but actually Islamophobia has a much longer history in this country, and I think we see it especially in the post 9/11 climate, but really I think the idea is that, right, that it is easy and acceptable in society today to demonize Muslims for anything and everything.
You know what most people suffer from? They suffer from terrorist phobia. And they've got an issue with that. You see the issue with immigrants in Europe and the whole idea of refugees. And unfortunately, campaigns like this take away from a legitimate discussion of keeping your borders protected and your country safe.
What's surprising here is that we even have to say it, that we even have to have posters that even say refugees are welcome, very foundation of our country. But we don't realize a lot of immigrants aren't coming here because they want to do a terrorist attack. Some coming from the Mexican border are escaping gangs. They are running for their lives.
What bothers me most about this is that Islamophobia, like people standing up leading these campaigns are from outside that faith. And why don't enough people who are practicing Islam, like why don't they ever stand up and lead these campaigns?
I was going to ask you, is it only a matter of time before Bernie Sanders gets a hold of this and says not only are we refugee friendly, but we ought to be subsidizing their ability to buy these bikes?
Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. But I think that really the important thing to look at, I mean, you're looking at the bike shop, you're looking at small businesses who are willing to stand up and support an issue that they believe in. You've got a wine shop across the street, a dog's food supply store. These are grassroots people. These are people that are just saying how they believe. And Billy, you should support that as someone who doesn't want government interference. Let the people decide.